posting to a channel with 4 subscribers, barely getting any views, really takes me back to the good old days of just having to put stuff out and hoping something happens. So like 2 months ago, I feel like DLC is embodied by one phrase. Who gives a fuck? It's like such an unessential part of every video game, and yet at the same time, because like you're not selling, everyone who plays a game isn't going to play the DLC. Like that's just a fact. It really only appeals to a part of the audience that's already niche for your product. It can be the whole piece of the puzzle. It can be the genuine full vision that the developers wanted for that game, and it can just be ignored. And I do feel Doom Eternal's DLC, which I'm talking about in this video, it's canon, you know? Like, the next Doom game they make, you're going to need to play the ancient gods to really understand where it's, like if you don't play that, you just gotta be kind of lost. So I recorded something else, a whole backlog video, and most of what you're gonna watch in this video is really just was meant to be in that, but it got too long where I'm like, okay, I guess if I'm gonna take this out, it's like 15 minutes less, and I can just upload it as its own separate thing, because like it doesn't really belong in a talk about playing full new games in a backlog. But yeah, enjoy. I'm just talking about games I played or replayed, or stuff that I played, or DLC that I played in 2025 that I felt didn't belong in that other video. Yeah, no, that's all. Enjoy. So DLC, Octo expansion, played Virgil DLC in the reboot and also in Devil May Cry 3, which isn't really DLC. It's like, it's the special edition content. Then on top of that, I did Astro Ball DLC. How amazing is Team Asobi that they busted out a Game of the Year game and decided to just make more content, free content on top of that, more levels for us to play around with, that it's free. Like, that is the most insane thing that you wouldn't expect companies, especially a company like Sony, right? Like I would fully expect Sony to do this, and I have to imagine they allowed them to make them free as a way of goodwill. They were like, we're not going to make that much money out of this anyway if it cost money. Yeah, Astro Ball DLC was really fucking good. Hard as shit. So fucking hard. Because if you're not familiar with it, it's like speedrun challenge level type shit. I think after developing that game, they didn't want to restrain themselves. I think they just wanted to make a specific type of levels that they knew that the dedicated fans, because this is really for the people who wanted the most out of the game, and it shows, because I was so proud of myself for finishing that final level. I uploaded it onto my channel, and I don't upload gameplay. Like, this is not the things that I do on YouTube are not uploading gameplay so people can see my cool tricks, but that's how proud I was of that. Yeah, Astro Ball DLC was good. Doom Eternal: The Ancient Gods, okay, like good. I forget what it was that they added. There was like a sledgehammer. I think it was a hammer, right? It was cool. It was fun using that. Was not really a fan of, like, it's funny, like, going from Astro Ball, where I'm like praising them for making it extremely hard. But I don't know. I think the reason I didn't like Doom Eternal's DLC being as hard as it was is because it didn't feel fun. It felt like I was being punished for playing the DLC. It really felt like they fucked with the flow of Doom itself. Because it was certain, yeah, okay, you had to use certain weapons to kill certain demons. I feel like that really does go against Doom. You never had to use specific weapons in Doom 1 to kill anything. You could kill something with you could play the whole game with a pistol. You can't do that in the Doom Eternal DLC. I get that they were trying to go for something different. I just don't know if it was really the right thing to do. It was good. It was good. Not as good as the base game. And not something I was really satisfied having played through. I feel like I need to go back, because I'm really bad at this. I don't know if you can tell. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion is like That was a really, really good single player campaign where I actually felt invested in the overall plot. Like there was a bit of mystery there in terms of why you were there, looking for the ancient, and trying to figure out like the whole mystery of the underground. It was really cool. I loved it. But like, it's not the story that really drew me in, honestly. With Splatoon 2, it was really more so just how they expanded upon all these ideas and just got so creative with it. You were doing something different in most levels of the game. Different even from like the campaign stuff, you know? Like there were a bunch of new mechanics in the Octo expansion. And that final boss, holy shit, what a climax. Like that's kind of shits all over the main game's normal campaign DLC, which is like, it's DLC. It should not, I don't know, it really shouldn't be that much better than the main game. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna penalize them for that, but it's clear the game was made in 2 years. Really, like, because it was kind of Splatoon 2's main campaign. It was like a pretty clear like repeat of Splatoon 1's campaign. Like it was not that different. I mean, I'm spending way too much time on DLC. This is about backlogs, but yeah, Breath of the Wild DLC, way better than I was expecting. I loved the shrines. I loved how it was like they finally found a genuine good gameplay use for the camera ability, because you don't know where the actual shrine is. You have to figure it out if you haven't played Breath of the Wild DLC, which on top of Breath of the Wild, I want to talk about Tears of the Kingdom in this video, which I didn't actually complete. But like it's like I finished most of the game. I will have finished it by next week, and it's like I spent more time in Tears of the Kingdom than I did in any other game this year, I think. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm really, really bad at this. But yeah, Breath of the Wild DLC was really good. Trial of the Sword. Trial of the Sword is one of those things I feel like shouldn't be a DLC, since it's such a perfect addition to the game. It's like it's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet of various combat challenges, and there's like 3 levels to it. The camera's there. 3 levels to it: beginner, intermediate, master. Master is fucking hard. I played a lot of hard games this year. And dude, that final Trial of the Sword, I think I genuinely tried it like 20 different times, and you can't like pause and go back. You have to do all 16 or 20 stages of it in one go. I was like strategizing. You had to strategize throughout all of this because you come in with nothing. You only get what the game gives you. So like if you break too many weapons and you find yourself with no weapons at the end of it, you're dead. You're screwed. You have to like really think, okay, I need to not use too many arrows on this enemy. I need to save this for this specific part. That you get like ancient arrows, and you save the ancient arrows for the hardest enemies, and you're like rewarded for exploring, because like everything is set in like a square. It's like a square arena. It's like a really big arena, but it's square. Trial of the Sword, I feel like shouldn't have been DLC, because it's like such a perfect post game like prove your skill thing. But dude, it was really good. And then on top of that, taking it down a notch in terms of quality was the Doom 3 DLC, which is, Doom 3 is a game I also played this year that I'm going to talk about in shortly. But yeah, Doom 3 DLC was good. It was clearly developed by different teams that didn't make the main game. Some of it was like cut content, but it wasn't it didn't really add much. I feel like it didn't leave much of an impact, although that said, I think it was either Lost Episode or Resurrection. I think Resurrection was the one where it actually felt like there was a lot more effort and quality put into it. It was still enjoyable, but it largely felt skippable when I finished it. Yeah, and I think that's all the DLC I played. I have some other stuff here before this is gonna get no views either way, but like this is a horrible video to watch because I'm taking this long to get to the main backlog part. And yeah, then there's replays. I replayed Doom Eternal, replayed DMC3, Soul Calibur 2, Mario Strikers, because they added them on GameCube, on Switch 2, which Switch 2 was like a big part of my game playing this year. Pretty much everything I played on, all the Nintendo games that I played were on Switch 2, which were upgraded, or most of them were. Obviously, I'm not going to be talking about 2025 games this year since those came out this year, but yeah, then there was The Sims 4, which I got into Played like 10 hours of that, which I'm just gonna throw it in there. It was fun. It was nice creating myself and living in a house with a bunch of people. And yeah, those strategy games I think are just so fun to play from time to time. Strategy simulation games, it's like you put on The Sims 4, then you put on something in the background like a podcast or like a video or music. It's like seriously just the perfect multitasking tool. There was also Mad World, Spark, The Electric Jester 2, and 1 a little bit, which I already played before, years before, but was replaying this year. 3D World, Sonic Transformed, Astro's Playroom, getting the platinum in Spider-Man, Shadow Generations, doing the 100%. Also replayed Sonic Colors, the original Wii version. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh no, okay, yeah, okay, JoJo. I played a little bit of JoJo's All-Star Eyes. I don't know what's it called. Fucking Battle. It was okay. It was the one that released a few years back, in conjunction with Stone Ocean. And dude, I love JoJo. Right, I love JoJo. I'm rewatching it right now, but like this game, it's so infuriating. Like it's frustrating. It's a good game, right? The gameplay is decent. The gameplay is decent, and it's around a game that is beautiful to look at, is dripping in, like it's clear there's so much love for the franchise here, and CyberConnect 2 does this really well. But because it's CyberConnect 2 and they're not like the biggest, I don't know if it's because they don't know how to make a fighting game with more depth, but JoJo is not like it's a really repetitive game. Like you can kind of figure out most combos if you are even slightly knowledgeable about fighting games. And it's a shame because like the rest of the game is just like beautiful to look at. Soundtrack isn't that good. They couldn't use the actual JoJo music, but like, you know, like Joseph has a thing where he has an interaction with every character where he says like, a next line you'll say this, and like it's so fucking cool that they did this where like they recorded this many voice lines and had that interaction for Joseph with every single one. And it's like that's a gameplay mechanic. That's like he says that with his ultimate, I think, or something like that. Just the concept of a JoJo game. It's like, you know, you are these characters, you're moving like them. If you hit the sand, you hit the character. I'm not explaining it very well. It's like an annoying thing though. Oh, okay. And okay, I'm gonna stop talking about JoJo in a bit so I can get to the actual main part of this game, which is talking about my backlog. It's just really annoying how this is like a 3D fighter where it didn't need to really be 3D. Like you can you can sidestep, right? You press a button and you sidestep. And like there's things you could do in 3D, but like it could have been 2D and the game wouldn't have been any different. It really did, because there's no 3D mechanics. Like I think there's attacks that go into the other plane, but like it's not like Soul Calibur or Tekken where there's like an actual reason for it being 3D. Where like with Soul Calibur attack you can have like you have attacks that just attack forward, and you have a separate attack button for attacking like horizontal and vertical is what I mean. You know, like there's a reason for it being a 3D fighter, and JoJo's not like that. And you have 3 attack buttons, and like you don't have that many different combos you can do. Like yeah, if you really try hard and you learn the character, there's different things you would be able to do, but it's not like it has decent gameplay. And my point that I'm going to end so I can get to the main part of the video is really just that I just wish JoJo, the 2021 game, I forget what it's called, I just wish it was like, it had better gameplay. I wish it was developed by Bandai Namco. But then if it was developed by Bandai Namco, it wouldn't have the CyberConnect 2 attention to detail and like clear fan service. Hi, okay, so there is other stuff I wanted to talk about that, you know, I just didn't want to take too much time. Give my input on every single thing, it'd be like 2 hours long. First one is Helldivers 2. Okay, Helldivers I think is good. I only played 6 hours. I have issues, but I'm gonna start off with some positivity about the game, which is that I think it's probably amazing if you play as a squad. If you have people, friends, you know, friends, people who like you. And, you know, I played it alone and I think that's probably what affected my opinion of it. I do appreciate that there is a big co-op game that people love, like a big, really, like, co-op shooting game that isn't just Call of Duty Zombies. Like, it's something very different. That the guy who thinks gaming is dead, they don't make games like Army of Two anymore. You know, I like that this game exists because it shuts people like that up. The things I don't like about it is it came off as really repetitive. I like there's three main enemy races, but a lot of them kind of bleed into each other. At the end of the day, you're just gonna shoot them the same way. And it's like I'm emptying like a 50, like everything's a bullet sponge. I'm emptying 50 rounds into the same creatures over and over again. There's a decent amount of variety in the type of missions you do. Yeah, it didn't grab me, basically. After that is, I guess, Sonic Shadow Generations. I may as well talk about that. Shadow Generations, where I did the 100% at least. You know, I obviously played the game when it came out. Doing the 100%, I feel deepened. One thing, I appreciate the game more now. It deepened my appreciation of it, but at the same time, it did open my eyes to the fact that the game isn't perfect. Like, there is definitely stuff about it that could be improved, and I think mainly I'm referring to the fucking bolts. Awfully implemented. Good intentions, you know. I think it was nice to find them along the way. You will collect most of the bolts perfectly fine, but because they're all in, like, they're not randomly generated. They don't respawn. They all have specific placements, but you won't see them on the map anywhere in the game, in the hub world. You have to find every single one in every single minute position. And what happened to me was I was looking for one specific bolt for hours, literal hours. I recorded myself flying around. It was awful because they can be in the air, they can be underground, they can be anywhere in the whole world. And I had to look at a guide while I was playing the game and go into every single position to find the one that I had missed. And it's like, there should have just been a map. There should have been a thing you could buy that reveals everything, because that was not fun. That was not a satisfying thing. That was awful. Besides that, there's definitely some missions that are like not as good as the other ones in terms of side missions. A few S ranks that kind of suck. Obviously, I still think, like, I loved the game so much. It really made me open my eyes to the fact that, yeah, this game is as good as I thought it was on first replay. Because of its length, because of the limited amount of things to do, there is still so much to do. They put so much into Shadow Generations. I still think it's amazing. I love it. It's still like a top 5 3D Sonic game. Not the best, mainly because it's short. Like, I think the best 3D Sonic game is going to have to be like a full-length one, but it has the bones to be the best 3D Sonic we've ever seen. Just those level pathways, man. How fluently they implemented the Doom powers into the gameplay. It's so natural. I love Shadow Generations, and playing more of it, I'm glad I put the extra time to do all of the stuff. And then that's 2 down. The last game, I guess there's a few I want to talk about. Soul Calibur 2 really has aged so well. The gameplay is so close in quality to Soul Calibur 5. It's kind of stunning to see, because obviously it came out on GameCube. Link, I love that they got Link in that thing. That does not seem like something that would really happen as much nowadays, especially considering like console exclusive fighting game characters do not happen. Everyone needs to be on an even playing level. It's a relic of a lost era. I love Soul Calibur 2. I don't think I even did the single player campaign. I just had so much fun going into battles. I'm really appreciate that they had that there for the Switch 2 launch. It's definitely a game I'm gonna associate with the Switch 2 from now on. I guess the last game to talk about is just really nothing. I guess Spark the Electric Jester 2, I have a lower opinion of that game than I did before. It's definitely laying the foundation for a much better game in Spark the Electric Jester 3, where it's like a lot of these Spark 2 levels kind of bleed into each other in terms of being like a linear speed platform. Obviously, for 1 or 2 guys, it's pretty damn good. But like, it's clearly not as high quality of a game as 3 is, and the story's shit. It's like shit. First I was like, I don't like it. It's actually just a shit story. The second Spark game. I do really appreciate that there is a Sonic-like game for people who don't like what Sonic Team is doing. Really wish these Spark games were on all platforms. I don't know why. 3 is on Switch, 2 is on Xbox. They're all on PC. They should be on they should be everywhere. They should be on every platform. But I probably understand. He probably didn't make that much money from it, I assume. And yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already 17 minutes of recording. I'm probably going to cut it down. But yeah, play games. I guess it's really the thing to take away from this is I'm really happy about all the stuff I got through in 2025. And then, like, I'm not doing nothing. I am at university. So I was doing it alongside that. And there were times when I didn't feel like playing anything, where I feel like I really balanced it well, where, like I said probably in the previous video, really going by mood is like the best thing to do. But yeah, I'm just glad I got through the games that I did. And yeah, that's all. Bye.